Welcome to Dog Hugs, your podcast celebration sponsored by 5 Strands Affordable Testing, your roadmap to better health. Loving pets, that's what we do. Doggy Wana, dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming guana nib. Equus, USA human-grade natural shampoos, conditioners, flea and tick sprays, with your hosts, Larry and G-Dog. That's Geraldine Chata and me, Larry K. On today's show, the science of dog food allergies with 5 Strands Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Ruth Moore, and animal biologist, Butch Moore, plus dog cancer prevention tips. Big giveaway today, so stay and play.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Dog Hugs, the home for the best life with your pet or your dog or cat. Today, I am Geraldine Chata coming to you live from Kansas City, Missouri.
And I'm Larry K coming to you live from the Laundry Lounge in Los Angeles with Spider, the trick dog. We have such an important show for you today, talking about your pet's health, yours too, Spider. And Geraldine, tell us a little about what we're going to experience on today's show.
Well, today's show is amazing. One of the things I have always felt about life and about nature is they're all symbiotic. So we breathe out carbon dioxide, and plants breathe in carbon dioxide, and then they breathe out oxygen, and we breathe in oxygen. So this is this really neat symbiotic relationship, right? Yes. And there is a part of what we eat as well, just besides breathing, that's symbiotic to our system. An example for today's show, I ate oatmeal every day.
Hi, Spider.
Hi, Spider. I realized after having my hair tested and having the bioresonance imaging done of my own hair that I was actually allergic to oatmeal, had an intolerance. Let me rephrase that. I actually had an intolerance to oatmeal, but I ate oatmeal every morning for breakfast and every day in an oatmeal cookie or a protein oatmeal cookie. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't lose weight or I wasn't changing certain things about myself. So we're going to learn a lot about how behavior and food really do matter. You're muted, Larry, because of Spider. And that's okay, because we haven't worked on Spider.
5 Strands Affordable Testing is our big giveaway today. And I think you've got the kit with you there, right?
I do, but this is their old packaging. So I'm about to print out their new packaging so the next time you can see what that looks like.
Folks, if you win this, you're going to get the new packaging, the state-of-the-art test that all you do is take some strands of your dog's hair, and you can also have yourself tested. Don't mix your dog's hair with your hair together. They send you the kit, you take your hair, you send it back to them, and you get this amazing report. Yeah.
Yeah, and they explain how to do everything inside their packaging, and it's very simple. It is not complicated. But it is. And once the results come back, they're not overwhelming. They do have a support staff to help you implement this properly. But really, today is about health. It's about how do you have a dog that can show up at the National Dog Show and actually perform in the ring because you know that they can communicate with you well, they know they feel well, and they know they're going to be their best selves. So today is a little bit about becoming your best self.
Yes. Well, we've got some hellos. Hi from Haley, some hearts, and Brenda Patricia, how cute doggy. Come here, doggy cute.
Yes, he is a pretty darn cute doggy. I've met Spider in person, and he actually texted me, "Can I come live with you?" Just kidding.
And Brenda is from Brazil. Well, and a heart
so
to you
is
too.
Senna. Senna is from Brazil. He's from São Paulo. He was actually a gift from Glauco Lima, which you all know, which I think is fantastic that you're from Brazil. So thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It's afternoon.
And
in
in
Brazil.
addition to Glauco Lima being such a great dog trick trainer and performer in Brazil, we have a great trick trainer and performer in the audience today. Hello, Steve Collier.
Hi, Steve.
Yes. And a big hi to Pat and to Kimberly. Hello there. Well, let's get on with some really good, healthy stuff. Let's get this going right here. You know, unfortunately, cancer is an issue we need to think about. And here are some fantastic tips from Geraldine on dealing with pet cancer.
Pets are just as susceptible as people when it comes to cancer. Plus, cancer can strike at any time. It's a fact we would like to change, but 1 in 2 pets throughout a 10-year life cycle will be susceptible to cancer. We want you to be empowered pet parents and educated on how to avoid cancer. But know that if your pet were to be diagnosed with cancer, we are here to support you, and you are not alone. With support and proper education, pets with cancer and pets who have survived cancer are thriving to this very day. What can you do now to avoid cancer? First and foremost, it's best to know thy pet. The moment you notice a change in your pet's behavior and/or physical appearance, you should alert your veterinarian or your healthcare provider for a checkup, because early detection to solve and heal from cancer is key. There are top 5 signs that your pet could have cancer. What are those, you ask? Well, once again, know thy pet. However, if your pet is abnormally lethargic or has large lumps or bumps on them in their skin and you see it changing, changes in their eating habits that you're not used to, even changes in their sleeping patterns, unpleasant breath beyond the normal, just smelly mouth, changes in breathing, swallowing, bathroom habits, movements, and even skin sores that are not healing could be a possible sign of a cancer process. Over decades, the research of veterinarian oncologists have discovered that these factors play a major part in whether or not your pet will have cancer eventually. Their nutrition, their hormone levels, viruses they might be exposed to, and carcinogens such as secondhand smoke, pesticides, ultraviolet light exposure, asbestos exposure, waste incinerators that could be leaking out all kinds of crazy things, polluted sites, maybe even someplace you go to like a dog park or an open field where you might run, may have radioactive waste or some kind of other pollutants. And also there are things in some pet food that could hurt your pets. Pain is a notable factor and an increased risk if your pet has pain. So therefore, make certain that you have a great rapport with your veterinarian. Making educated choices for your pet's lifestyle is one way, and only one of the ways, to help your pets maintain and keep them free of cancer, maintain their health. Today we are here to support you and your pets every day so they can live their best life cancer-free today.
Dog Hugs will be right back.
Here's your bill. Please pay out front.
A visit to your vet shouldn't cost you an arm or a leg. With the testing kit from 5 Strands, keeping your best friends healthy has never been so affordable. 5 Strands Affordable Testing will help you build a roadmap to better health. Go to 5strands.com today.
Golden Retrievers are the best of all possible worlds. They combine symmetry, power, beauty, and grace. Affectionate and uncommonly good-natured, their retrieving abilities and flawless disposition make the Golden Retriever one of America's all-time favorite dogs.
Loving Pets Foundation's treats are an ideal reward when working to establish a schedule or when teaching new skills. They're small, soft, bite-sized treats. And all packages come with a free carabiner, which allows you to attach the package to your belt loop, or leash for easy access. At Loving Pets, we make solutions for better pets easier. Loving Pets, it's what we do.
America's favorite breed since 1991, Labrador Retrievers are famous for their big smiles and otter-like tails. These sturdy swimmers have webbed paws and were bred for working in the water, retrieving hunted birds, and carrying loads to harbor boats. Labrador Retrievers are intelligent and devoted companions, which makes them both sensible and sensitive. It's no wonder that Labs are admired for their loyalty and outgoing friendliness.
Doggy Wanna, from the makers of Meow Wanna. Revolutionary new dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming Wanna Nip. Check us out on TikTok.
We're going on a hike.
Suffer from red, itchy skin or flea bites and nothing you've tried seems to help? Equus Microtech Shampoo and Spray are the finest and most cost-effective option available. Microtech Shampoo and Spray soothe on contact. Why go to the vet? Help your dog or cat with just one application at a fraction of the cost. Microtech stops scratching, biting, and licking instantly. Microtech smells great, and it's safe for use on puppies or kittens. Available online at eqyss.com. Microtech Shampoo and Spray. It's guaranteed.
And now more dog hugs.
Welcome
Well,
back,
welcome.
everybody. Let's see who's in. Okay, so first of all, we have an amazing giveaway today. So, Larry, who has entered so far?
Well,
Let's check
we've
out
got,
see what our comments have to
It
say.
looks like we've got 3 or 4 people in there so far. Looks like Pat and Kimberly and somebody else. Oh, and Beatrice. Oh, welcome, Beatrice. Beatrice Bates. I'm from Tioga, Pennsylvania. And I have
Nice.
2 dogs, 3 cats, and a 1-year-old pot-bellied pig.
Oh, I
Welcome,
love
Beatrice.
potbelly pigs. Thank you for joining us, and that's really sweet. Let's hope that you are our big winner today.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll even-
Thank you. And welcome, Beatrice. Kimberly says, I had 2 beagles that passed away from cancer. So sorry, Kimberly.
fun.
And we know how much you and your husband care for your dogs. And your dog, Kylie Sunshine Beagle, had breast cancer. And
My
yes.
sister's dog passed away from breast cancer.
Oh, so sorry.
It is one of those anomalies. It's one of those things. So
Yeah,
we're
that is
sorry to hear
beautiful.
that, Kimberly, but thank you for continuing your love of beagles and continuing on that tradition in your family.
Yeah. And Kimberly also says she loves Reggie because today, November 17th, is National Take Your Dog on a Hike Day. And Reggie was on the hike. So Reggie was adopted from the same shelter as Spider, Pet Orphans. And we met Reggie on one of our film sets and was adopted by one of my former filmmaker collaborators, Jimmy English. And so Jimmy did that wonderful video of Reggie. Really glad you love Reggie, his dog, Reggie. Yeah. And it looks like Barbara Fanucci is in. And we've got an oink oink Beatrice. Oh, Heidi, hello from Denmark.
Hi,
Heidi Johansson. Hello. What time is it in Denmark, Heidi?
Thank you for joining
welcome.
us.
Yes. And my nephew and his wife and their new baby live in Copenhagen. So if you see such a couple, say hello to them.
We'll send pictures later.
Very
So you'll have
good.
a reference.
Right. Yeah, folks, get in on this giveaway. 5 strands affordable testing. You're going to want to do this, and because in a moment we are going to introduce the chief medical officer from 5 strands and their pet biologist. Amazing people who really explain so that I can understand it, the science behind it.
Definitely.
Oh, and
you want to join in the giveaway, because this is, to me, this is an investment in happiness and an affordable investment in happiness. And I was so happy after I did this for my pets and myself that just share the joy. This really is something can bring a roadmap for you for health, for your health and your pet's health. So
yes. And Heidi says 21:36. Let's see, doing the math, it's 9:36 in the evening there. Thank you for joining us this evening, Heidi. Yeah, and Aisha says hello. So anything more you want to do to introduce Dr. Ruth Moore and Dr. Butch Moore?
You know, there is so much for us to say about them. I'm going to keep it simple just so we can dive into the interview. But when someone has this much, not only investment in time and education, but in passion for what they do, that helps pets and people live a better life. Amen. So here is Dr. Ruth Moore and Butch Moore, 2 of our favorite people on the planet when it comes to helping keep our pets healthy.
Welcome.
Butch and Dr. Ruth, what are some of the most important aspects of environmental and food intolerances that you would like to share regarding pets and people? Kind of, not too much detail, but a little bit of a nutshell.
Want me to give a quick example?
Sure.
I'm going to give a quick example. Give you an example of food intolerances to pets. And I'm going to keep this G-rated. Again, have you ever noticed how your dog, if it eats a strange type of food, it's like the Enterprise finding gaseous anomalies all around your house, except they're inside, not outside. Okay? That's a good example of food intolerances, because what happens when that food gets in there, the digestive system, oh no, what the heck is this? This isn't good, and it creates a bunch of stuff, and you get imbalances. When you have those imbalances, they tend to come out the other end in a gaseous form. All pet owners will relate to that, I'm sure. Same thing with cats, dogs, pretty much anything. Just like us. Happens to us too. If we eat something that doesn't agree with us, we end up with that type of a thing. So there's a good example of why everybody should be concerned about that type of thing. And I'll let Ruth give some.
So when we look at environmental or food intolerances, we have to understand that the human body is a machine. And in order for a machine to run efficiently, it has to have the right fuel. And when you put the wrong fuel in that body, then the neurotransmitters in the brain, as well as the ATP in the body, gets messed up. And then you start developing stress-related symptoms because your body isn't able to handle stress. These stress-related symptoms actually affect the HPA axis, which is the hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal systems. And that's really the coping system for how your body responds to stress. So people who have a lot of headaches, gastrointestinal issues, nervousness, stress-related symptoms, most of it can be brought back down into food intolerances that affect the brain.
No, I do know that when I eat certain things, my brain feels better. I feel better. And when I eat other foods, my brain may get like a temporary high and then a crash.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And
just
imagine that for your animals. If your animals have a sensitivity to wheat or to gluten, and they have a gluten-based diet, which is usually the most inexpensive diet out there for animals, then your animals are constantly feeling fuzzy and sick and not up to par. And, what's their quality of life? So this is why My husband, is getting into working with the 5 Strands team and, bringing about science on animal behaviors and animal science and health. And I work with the human side as the chief medical officer. So it's a good fit to be able to teach this about human and animal health and functional medicine for both of them.
I can definitely tell a difference with my own intolerances, so I know what this means. But what if somebody wants to know what their intolerances are? Explain a little bit of, or maybe give a little tiny history on bioresonance and how we can actually find out what types of items we should avoid based off of the frequency of them and how it maybe not be in line with our own systems.
Okay, I'll try to give you the 5-cent version of this. So when we're looking at bioresonance, we understand that every living creature has energy surrounding it, as well as every piece of atom or every piece of matter in the world has energy surrounding it. And from an elementary perspective, we were taught in grade school that energy never goes away, it just changes. So when we look at our health and we look at food and we look at bioresonance, it makes sense that our bodies have a unique signature. And how do we find that signature? We basically take a few strands of hair, and the closer to the root, the better, because that shows the energy signature of the things that we've most recently been in contact with. So our energies are basically focused in on the mineral composition and, the genetic composition of every part of our hair. So when we look at that and then we get that frequency, then we overlay that frequency or compare it to the energy signatures of over 950 different items in our diet and environment. And the things that work together are said to be resonant. The things that are disharmonic or they just kind of separate away are not harmonic, and that actually creates a system of intolerances that your body doesn't like. So the greater the level of intolerance, the greater the possibility of developing symptoms that would probably make you feel uncomfortable. So by working with the 5 Strands diet and working with selectively editing out the things that we are disharmonic with or not in resonance with, we can actually take charge of our health and do it in a proactive and simple way without a whole lot of expensive testing or a whole lot of follow-up. Basically, we're in charge of our health through our diet.
We really are what we eat, right? we literally are what we eat.
We're also in charge of our pets' diet as well. I mean, if they could choose, they would choose the good stuff. But since we choose for them, we should be choosing the type of food that will make them feel more healthy and more energetic and have a much better quality of life. They'll enjoy life and we'll enjoy them.
In your experience, Butch and Ruth, what kinds of foods seem to be healthiest for pets, for dogs?
I can easily say what doesn't.
Yeah.
Discount dog food. If you run out of dog food and you go down to the dollar store and pick something up, it is going to cause gastrointestinal distress. I can almost guarantee it. It usually has fillers, a lot of the gluten and those types of things in it that aren't the best. As Ruth mentioned, that doesn't work so well for our systems a lot of times. That's what's not the greatest. Ruth can probably talk about more about what is the greatest.
I think that animals, basically, if you look at their digestive system and you look at the way their body processes food, even the things they're naturally inclined to eat, dogs tend to be more carnivore. Dogs tend to take and eat a lot more carnivore. If you watch a dog, if they're upset, the first thing they're going to do is eat grasses or they're going to eat grains because they generally will cause the stomach to fill and then empty itself. So when we're looking at overall diet for dogs, I would try to say avoid grains if at all possible. One of the really popular things that I've found with animals is a good solid protein, animal protein, along with rice, like a lamb and rice or a chicken and rice type of food. surprisingly, a lot of dogs have sensitivity to beef. And I don't understand why yet. I haven't applied myself to researching that. But with dogs, the best way to take and start helping them is to assess their health, assess their health, look at their gums, look at their eyes, seeing if, there's anything that jumps out like pallor, and then looking at their diet specifically. For me, I just recommend eliminating grains as much as possible for both humans and animals, because that's not the way we're programmed genetically. And then from there, work towards something a little healthier.
So the 5 strands kit then can easily identify those things that can be allergens.
Yes.
Exactly. So when we see dogs,
as simple as just taking my hair and my dog Spider's hair and sending it to 5 strands.
well, I wouldn't mix them, but yeah.
Send them separately,
Get
yes,
weird.
or you might get a very strange reaction to what you start eating, Larry, on the sheet that you thought was for your dog, and it was actually for you, and it's actually for your dog.
And so 5 strands is a leader in the market of bioresonance. And one of the things that I really like about that actually came about when I did Cooper's testing. And Cooper is my lovable 130-pound fluffle butt. He is, yes, my heart and soul. But Cooper went through a period where he was itching last summer, and we couldn't figure out what it was. He was itching horribly. He didn't have fleas. He didn't have open lesions or sores. Wasn't a tick spider or anything like that. So this fall, we tested him with strands. And what I found was that Cooper has the same types of issues with grains that I do, and he needs to be mostly carnivore. And so we had, from time to time, his stomach will get upset, and we have to wean him away from those gluten-rich foods. And one of the best things that I've done for him is when he starts getting an upset stomach or he starts getting sensitive, I cook him some eggs and I cook him some rice, and I mix together eggs and rice for his protein and his dinner to hold him. But then I usually have to increase the frequency of his diet to 4 to 6 meals a day rather than 2. But it definitely helps keep everything on track for him. And he's much healthier. He's not itchy. He's much more active. If you could see where we live here in Maine, he likes running up the hill from the lake. We have the RACE word, and he's much more active in RACES, much better if he has the right diet.
He's
I
here.
noticed
That's why we're spelling it.
I notice you're spelling it. I take it somebody is in
Someone's
earshot
right there.
who knows that
yes.
magic word.
When you see this arm moving over here, it's
Yes.
keeping Cooper busy.
Dr. Ruth and Butch, was there anything that came back on for when the first time that you had Cooper's hair analyzed? Was there any 1 or 2 things in particular that you were surprised by, maybe besides beef?
It was the gluten. I had thought that his stomach was able to handle it because he's definitely a larger dog and he needed the extra calories. But when the gluten came back, it's like, oh, wow, I need to supplement my dog's diet with a lot more protein and a lot less starches and a lot less, grains. Mm-hmm. So trying to find a happy balance, but we're leaning towards sweet potatoes and starches as well as rice to be the fillers. And the fillers are probably going to be about 10 to 12% of his diet, whereas he's probably going to have 78 to 80% meats.
How interesting.
It's a good life.
And it's really fascinating how every dog is different. So it's amazing to see the results between even the same breed of dog and the different reactionary, the different bioresonance readings from dog to dog. I find it fascinating myself.
One of the big takeaways from the 5-strand testing was they didn't just test his diet. They also have an access panel for all of the pet treats and pet snacks that are out there in the market as well. So, those little bones that you can buy in some of the box stores or whatever. I was able to get information on those. And I found out that the rawhide chews, aside from the rawhide itself, I had these artificial rawhide chews that were made of cornmeal, and that's definitely a no-no for him. But he loves dented chews, and he can have dented chews. They're made out of cornstarch and mint and a few other goodies, that potato starch, that actually are good for him. And that's quite a treat when we're traveling. That is his high yield treat when we're traveling around.
Nice.
Have you yet put on your list tennis ball hide?
I really don't know what they have put on there, but I know Cooper really likes this tennis ball. That's his. After he does a day as a service dog, when we're in the hotel at night or we're doing our wind downs, I have a tennis ball attached to a 100-foot rope, and so his big is chasing the tennis ball before bed.
Want your dog featured on Dog Hugs? It's simple.
Post in the Facebook chat a video of your not-so-talented dog lying on the couch.
Or a video of your super talented dog doing a trick.
Post a funny photo of your dog.
Or a video of your dog graduating from dog training school.
Post a birthday picture.
Some artwork of your pet.
Or anything else you have you'd love to share.
At Dog Hugs, we're here to celebrate and share your dogs.
So Dog Hugs, we'd love to give a shelter shout out on Dog Hugs. We'd love to shout out all those organizations that help rescue pets. I'm going to assume you have a favorite rescue that you would like to give a shout out today.
We do. We love the ARC Animal Shelter here in Maine. So we have adopted big, lovable galoots out of there, and they have turned out to be the best, most wonderful pets and family members possible. The last dog that we adopted out of there was Trapper, and Trapper was a big chocolate lab. He was actually light brown. You would have thought he had Great Dane in him. He was 130 pounds, and when he stood up, he was a foot over my head when he stood up on his legs. When I laid next to him on the floor, he was longer than me. But he was also the most gentle dog. He came to us, he was 8 years old, and he came to us from a family situation where a gentleman had owned him for his entire life, met a girl, and then the girl said, it's either the dog or me. So the dog went, and that was so tragic. When we met Trapper, we just knew we were the right people. And he gave me this lovable slurp that started on this side of my face, went all the way around, and I knew that was the right dog for me. And
knocked off her glasses.
Knocked off my glasses.
Oh yeah.
And he had the most irritating habit. I am a coffee connoisseur. In the morning, I use the caffeine to get those amino acids and get those neurotransmitters activated in my brain. Well, evidently, Trapper knew a whole lot about neuroscience, too, because Trapper would take a drive-by slurp if I left my coffee unattended on the coffee table.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd just stick his tongue in, take a slurp, and keep going. Didn't even stop. And I was like, really?
It's probably more than a slurp. It probably was the whole cup, like inhaled, right?
So that's part of
times,
it. Yes.
At times. And then there was also the tail of doom that would clean out the coffee table.
Yes.
Oh, true.
Didn't matter what it was, the tail of doom would clean that table out.
The ARC Animal Shelter has done miracles with so many animals. I mean, they are a no-kill shelter, and they absolutely work miracles trying to find homes for pets.
Butch and Ruth, Dog Hugs is wrapped in gratitude. Is there somebody in your life or in the world who you want to give a personal shout out to?
You know, I think I just love to hold space for everyone because everyone is at a different point in their journey in life. And there are good times and there are bad times for everyone, but we're all survivors and we're all making the world a better place by what we do. So as far as any one person, I can't think of anyone in particular, but I send energy to those who need it. And I appreciate the beauty that everyone gives to me, and the people who love Cooper tend to get the most love back from me.
I'm going to do a quick shout out to our daughter, Samantha. The reason I'm doing that is because she's followed in her mother's footsteps and has adopted an older cat that was left behind when she bought a house. It left an older cat behind, was almost feral, not quite, but they managed to get her inside, get her some flea medicine, and now she's using the cat box and meowing a lot when you're there. But she's doing like her mom.
Sam fell in love with Gizmo, and I told Sam that, if she could take the cat, I would pay for the medical bills. And she says, "No, I got this, Mom." And so the people who left this cat, it was an older woman in poor health, and she didn't even know it. She left her cats there, and they were feral when she sold the house. There was no food, no nothing. And Sam she drives 25 miles every day until she can move into her house. She drives every day to take care of the cats and to make sure they're fed. And she's slowly adopting them and making them pets.
So you've done right when your kid acts like that.
Amen.
Beautiful.
Thank you for being with us today on Dog Hugs.
Thank you for having us. It was an honor to be here, and thank you for letting us speak a little bit about bioresonance and pet care and how this, fits into everyone's life, not just, our human lives, but also the ability to help our pets. And so when we do that, we make the world a better place. So thank you.
Amen. What wonderful people, Dr. Ruth and
Drink
Butch.
my vegetable juice.
You're putting some good, healthy, bioresonantly healthy food in you, Geraldine. I know, Spider. You want to make
out
the
my
goal.
list. I checked my list twice, and these are the great vegetables for me to drink for my vitamins. Yeah,
Nice. Hey, folks, we're just about to close out the contest. We've got 7 people in today's giveaway so far. Is anybody else who's in the USA want to get in on this 5 strands test? Last call. If you want in, just type in yes, and Charlie will give you a number. Okay. Beautiful gratitude from Dr. Ruth and Butch, as well as the whole interview. Geraldine, as you know, Dog Hugs is wrapped in gratitude. I believe it's your turn today to give a shout out to somebody in your life or in the world.
And gosh, I feel very lucky to have this be my opportunity for Gratitude Day. I am so grateful for, of course, Butch and Dr. Ruth and 5 Strands team, all that they do to help bring us the right roadmap. But right now, my gratitude is going to direct straight to David Fry and John O'Hurley.
Beautiful.
It's their 20th wedding anniversary.
They are married in a way.
Married.
I mean, doing a TV show together. I mean, I know, Geraldine, we're almost married. Don't tell your husband or don't tell my girlfriend.
You're my work husband. And David Fry and John O'Hurley have been work husbands together for 20 years this year. Wow. Saturday is the day that they are actually filming the National Dog Show in Philadelphia. It's actually in Valley Forge in the Oaks Convention Center. And it's such an exciting time because it's their 20th year doing this together. But I'm so grateful for them for sticking in there all these years and really helping shine a light on show dogs and just dogs in general. And also everyone that's attending this year. There are 1,568 entries this year, which is amazing during COVID to still have that many entries. So please watch next Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, from noon to 2, all time zones after the Macy's Day Parade. Hide the remote control from whoever likes to usually commandeer it, and watch and enjoy all of the dogs that have prepared all year long and for many years actually to be able to entertain you. So thank you, John. Thank you, David. Thank you, Steve. Thank you to the whole team at NBC and everything you do to bring this amazing show to us on Thanksgiving Day. We really appreciate all your efforts.
Beautifully said, Geraldine. All right, Spider, this is your moment of truth. We have 5 entrants in today's giveaway. So each one has a number, 1 through 7, for the 5 strands of affordable testing kits.
And Spider is red. He's red to go. And this is very simple. You literally take just 10 strands of hair, and you can get them by just pulling on your hair. And they have a little baggie. You're gonna put them in and ship this back to the testing facility in Atlanta, Georgia. They are then gonna email you the results within 10 days. And it's pretty amazing what I found out when I actually did my own personal and my dogs. It's actually changed the way I feed them, and it's actually changed their behavior. So, hey, Larry, stop. Let's give this away.
You want that one? You want which one? You want that one? Good choice. Okay. Number 2. Who is number 2 today? Congratulations. Number 2
can be number 1.
Yes.
You're the winner.
Very good. Okay, congratulations, number 2. And you will get a 5 strands kit. And we'll find out from Charlie who number 2 is. Coming up in a moment here. While we're doing that, it's Kimberly. Congratulations, Kimberly. Kimberly, you are going to love this kit. That is fantastic. Really, really, you're going to love this. Can't wait to hear your results with the 5 strands affordable testing kit.
Yes, and we're here to help you.
Yes. Hey, we had some wonderful comments come in. Steve Collier said, couldn't agree with you more. Our dogs can't choose what they eat, but we can. So it's definitely our responsibility to feed them healthy food. Beautifully said.
Love that to death with the wrong food.
Yeah.
You literally can love your pet to death. So this is, you can love your pet for life.
Yeah. Charlie wonders if Kimberly has already won the 5 strands. You know what?
You know what? She has.
We are going to do another one. Kimberly, we're going to send you a very special prize. And somebody else is going to get, as Steve Collier says, you all do this thing for both humans and dogs. The 5 strands kit works for humans too. Thank you for your work. Beautifully said, Steve. Okay. Hey, Spider, you're in luck, little buddy. Yeah, let's get another one.
Kimberly, we have something for you. You'll love it.
Get it. Bring it. Who is our another winner? Number 5. Who is number 5 today? Congratulations, number 5. That is fantastic.
I know, this is fun. This was one of my, I loved having this information. This empowered me so much. And it's empowered so many pets, even the pets I train, I send to this company, and they have for decades have helped.
Yes, we've got Aisha Barnes. Congratulations, Aisha. And you'll be getting the 5 strands kit. And as I recall, Aisha, you've got other family members who have dogs as well. So that will be really nice. A hello from Boo and a hi to Boo.
Oh, hi, Boo.
Let's see. We've got, Steve Collier says she has a heart of gold. That is true about Dr. Ruth. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Guess what? Aisha, you're getting a special prize because according to Charlie, you've already gotten the 5 strands test. And so.
Are we drawing again?
We are drawing yet again. Hey, Spider, you're in luck.
We love when we get a draw. We love a good draw. Plus, Spider needs a job, right? Yep. Spider's kind of bored.
Come on.
I'm loving this.
Number 6. Who is number 6 today? Fantastic. We'll find out. Meanwhile, yeah.
Very easy. You'll love the results. They'll be a little overwhelming for a second until you talk to it.
Kimberly says, I love Spider. Did Spider came up with it? Yes, he did come up with the name Dog Hugs. That's right. It happened spontaneously on our very, very first show. He jumped up and I just said, welcome to Dog Hugs. And let's see. Karen Smith. Congratulations to Karen Smith. All right. So, and Boo says this is fun. Yes, it is, Boo. Fantastic. Congratulations from Pat. And Boo says happy anniversary to David Fry and John O. Hurley.
Definitely.
And Karen says, hooray for me. Yes, hooray for you, Karen.
You'll love this.
Kimberly says, congrats to Karen. That's fantastic. Well, folks, we enjoy playing with you all so much on Dog Hugs. And we are just so, the way we say, hey, Spider, he's busy. Folks, we're got to get the ending up here. Grateful
for you.